What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck. And in this moment, man, we're going to discuss Lamar Jackson as we all saw the loss that he suffered a few Sundays ago, man. This is something that has been weighing on my heart, ever since I, watched that game, man. I just feel like, man, when I tell you, I feel like the whole nation wanted to see Lamar break through, and he let us down. He let us down because no one was standing in Lamar Jackson's way except Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar, he tried. Okay, he tried, but he held himself back. And what I mean by that, he tried because he had the will, right? He just didn't execute it or display it the way we thought he would. Now, of course, him not reacting to the blitz the way we're normally used to seeing him. Let's give it up. The Kansas City Chiefs, man. These guys bracketed him the right way, man. They made him hesitate too much in a game so crucial. I just don't understand why Lamar Jackson did not revert to what is his first nature, which is to run. We saw you put the ball on the money with the first touchdown. We saw you put the ball on the money with Zay Flowers, and he had another big catch. We saw the big catch, right? So we do know that you are very capable of throwing the ball. You showed us all season. But unlike Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes understands the sense of urgency. And this is why teams, right? You have teams who go deep into the playoffs and make it to the AFC Championship, and they don't get over their hump because they just simply aren't battle tested enough to have the mental willpower to get over it. And you would think that John Harbaugh, with the season that his brother had, Jim Harbaugh is coming into the NFL as the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, man. Like, you would think that John Harbaugh would have had a better package for this game. It just made no sense to me. The explosive defense we didn't see. I saw that they finally started to use Odell Beckham more towards the end, where I feel like they should have kept him running those slants and slicing the defense just the way he did in the Los Angeles and Rams and Bengals Super Bowl. I didn't see any of that until the end. Lamar Jackson was trying too hard to be a prototypical quarterback. When you know, like I know, Lamar Jackson, that isn't your forte. Now, yes, you've done a great job mastering becoming a better pocket passer. I will give you that. This guy throws darts. I had all my money on you, dude. Everyone was rooting for you, Lamar Jackson. And it's just so frustrating and yet sad because, man, Super Bowls are hard to get to. You guys know that I'm a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan. I try to say that every video at some point. But look at our season. Look how it ended. And I will be making a video on the new hires, Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio, but to be TBD. Okay, so look at how our season spiraled out of control. Players not talking to the media. Players wanting to retire. Coordinators being fired mid-season. Okay, Nick Sirianni looking like he's in over his head. Just look at all that. Now, I don't know or think that the Baltimore Ravens organization will be, I don't think that it will be ran the way Philly let theirs go. But you would like to think that when you have a blue collar town such as Baltimore, like Philly, like Buffalo, like Wisconsin, like Green Bay, right? Those type of towns, you have nothing but football and you have grit. That's why when the Eagles broke through and won their Super Bowl with a backup, it was a reflection of the city, the energy, that blue collar, head down, hat down, hard hat, working type of mentality. And that's what showed up. And I wanted to see that so bad in the Baltimore Ravens. I felt like they were there. I really do feel like they were there, and I think that Lamar Jackson got in his own head. He got in his own head, and he failed. I'm sorry, but once I would have saw the way that Travis and Kelsey did my kicker, there would have been more than enough fuel for me to go and whoop some ass, right? More than enough. And there was a lot of time that Lamar Jackson could have made a huge difference when he used his legs, or at least attempted to use his legs. Even when the ball deflected and bounced in the air, he ran and caught it like some backyard football type of stuff, right? Some NFL streets type stuff in the middle of a game, right? You could see the burst of speed. If that guy did not make that tackle, that most likely would have been a touchdown or very, very well close to it. Now, we can't place all this on Lamar because at times it seemed like the defense could not get to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes kills people. You guys saw that dad bod that Patrick Mahomes has. This guy is killing y'all. And he overweight. For his size, Patrick Mahomes is overweight. At least it looked like it based off his stomach. And this guy is killing. But you know what I saw? I saw a guy take the game over when he saw that the game plan was not working the way he thought it was. Shout out to Travis Kelsey, even though he talk a lot of stuff. And he gets on my nerve and his whole Taylor Swift, old Swifty stuff. Shout out to Travis Kelsey for always making a way to make a big play and never giving up. That's passion, that's grit, and that's mentality, right? Why couldn't Lamar Jackson have that? Why? Bro, y'all abandoned the run game. What? I thought the Eagles were the only team that did that foolishness. What? And then, Zay Flowers. You killed me, dog. You broke my heart. This guy, Zay Flowers, is magnetic, electric. A guy who really, really is going to be a gadget guy, a tool guy. He's going to be the Tyreek Hill of the Baltimore Ravens. Pretty much. He's a gadget guy. A Deebo Samuels. What Deebo Samuels is to the San Francisco 49ers. And speaking of that, did you guys see how Brock Purdy had that look in his eye? He had a nervous look, but also the moment look. As in, I have to be present in this moment and well aware enough to know that if I don't give myself a chance to get this team to the Super Bowl, then it's over. This guy is 2 years in, don't know how it feels to not win the Super Bowl, but already mentally prepared. He chose to use his legs. And that's the same exact thing Patrick Mahomes does. You see, Lamar, they stay true to who they are. But when it's time to switch it up, they actually play your style of football. You guys saw Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes being pocket passers all game. What did they do, Lamar? They took a page out of your book. They said, okay, well, I can run if I have to. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, just picking up 20 yards here, 40 yards there, to win the game. Right? Lamar Jackson, why couldn't you do that? And on top of that, as a brother, this is where it get real, y'all. As a brother, we have to continuously hear about how running QBs will never amount or be enough to win a Super Bowl. And that's what I feared. And I'm not going to lie. Lamar Jackson, you proved all the scouters right. All the people who doubted you right. Now, people like me who know how to watch the game, I know you're a dog. I know you can throw that ball, and I know you can run that ball. But this is why. Did you see the way Michael Irvin and Skip Bayless looked deflated? How hard they were pushing you. Keyshawn Johnson, all the people across all networks, especially brothers of color, pushing for you, saying that this is going to be your year. It felt right. And maybe there was too much pressure. But then I look at a guy like Jalen Hurts, who had the same thing to prove. He pissed me off this season. I don't like some of his standoff Carson Wentz 2.0 ass ways sometimes. But guess what? He showed me that with a good system and decent coordinators now, right, that you can make a Super Bowl run. No other quarterback has banged with Mahomes like that besides Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. But to see Jalen Hurts do that in the Super Bowl lets me know, especially because he's a coach's son, that he's aware of the moment. And if it wasn't for that bogus holding call or DPI that the refs called in the end zone, maybe we would have won that Super Bowl, right? Maybe that fumble Jalen Hurts, maybe we would have won that Super Bowl. But I tell you this, I like the position we were in. Because one thing for sure, we ain't got to deal with all them Dallas Cowboy problems in the locker room, not knowing who the chief and commander is and not giving the quarterback respect. Because we all know that's Jalen Hurts. And we know that most of this team, Lamar Jackson, wanted this for you. See, when the teammates want it more than you, that's a problem. That's a problem. And the penalties killed y'all. Oh my goodness, there's a lot I could say about that game, but for video purposes, I'll keep it short. Lamar Jackson, man, listen, it's very hard to make it to the AFC Championship. It's very hard to make a Super Bowl. But if there is another chance, because you got to understand the toll that it takes, you have to have the right players, the right time, healthy at the right time, and the right staff. It has to be right. You already lost your DC. He was Mike McDonald. I believe he's the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks, if I saw that correctly. So you already got to deal with another coach either stepping up or a new coach coming in to pretty much deliver a new package, new mentality, and a new system. Come on, man. That takes a toll on the defense because it's not what we're used to. We got to do something different. We gotta release our command and respect from this guy, and then give up respect to this guy, even though we don't know what he's about, or we don't know if we felt like he was the guy to coach us. We don't know. But see, that's everything the Eagles went through this season. And I do not want a running quarterback at that to ever have to go through that again. Ever. But we shall see, Lamar Jackson, man. We still rooting for you. Yes, it was a blow. And I'm making this video on my personal time just because, man, this is something that I really want to get off my chest. And I hope that it resonates with you, Lamar Jackson, if you somehow stumble across this video. Thank you guys so much for rocking with the content. If you like the content, I want you to do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sports media takes. Thank you guys for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.